Do it. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Make sure you got, okay, good. Hi, Catherine from Portland. Woo, me too. I'm so glad you could be here. I'm so glad everyone's here. This is so relevant. I've been spending many weeks now watching occasionally as I feel inspired late at night. Usually I'm chanting, I'm listening to meditation music, I'm smudging, I'm doing my crystals and just being in a cleansed space, cleansing and clearing my field, aligning with what's optimal for me at this time. My spiritual work, my energy medicine, all the things that I do and teach and work with people, like looking into their energy fields and seeing what potential is there, what's ready to go, what's blocking them. I do this to myself every day, all day long too. And I find it so powerfully relevant that the Earth is having 27 active volcanoes right now. The one in the Canary Islands, I believe, is over 6 weeks now. And it just keeps going. Sometimes it's exploding fire straight up. Sometimes it's spilling down the sides. Sometimes, you know, you can watch these videos. They have a live feed from the news station there in La Palma. And some of the video is very up close to the lava. And so if you sit and you stare at it and you go into an inner focus, okay? You clear your intuitive network, you bring yourself into this moment. You're not thinking about 50 other things and worrying about this and not feeling good enough, right? You let all that go, you breathe, you relax, you do your infinity light weaving, whatever you do to bring yourself into this moment, and you just look at it. Now, I recommend that you put on some chants. I'm a huge fan of chants like the Gayatri Mantra or anything by Deva Premal. And if you don't like chants or you can't handle them in certain times, just some meditative music or some inspiring music, but nothing with words that will distract your mind into some other storyline, right? Chants are vibrational medicine. They are, the words hold a certain frequency, and when you chant them, your body vibrates, and this aligns your body, your cells, your DNA, your circulatory system, everything back towards your functional perfection or your soul's signature frequency. So everything that I do for myself and everything I put in my shop and everything I teach is all about how to align with your truth, how to come back to your center, how to discover what's optimal for you. Well, right now, I've been doing this for 35 years or something, and right now we are so blessed. I know it sounds crazy, but we are incredibly blessed to be alive right now. And I highly recommend that that's the first mindset that you decide to change. Now, the simplest way to change your mindset is write it down right now. And in my manifesting intensive, intuitive manifesting Saturday, which is still on sale because we're going to do a live reunion call and go through the whole manifesting process together, actively manifesting something and share some of the things that have happened. So I highly recommend that you check that out. And because of the volcanoes continuously erupting and looking at these incredible footage, so you're looking in and you're staring, and it goes from looking like, you know, a blob of blackened earth melting into a river of different colors of red and yellow, right? At different temperatures have different frequencies, and therefore they show up on a picture or on a video is different colors, but colors are simply rays, okay? They're rays of light. They're conscious energy, and you can get the chart of the rays for free in my shop too. Go get that and start to work with those colors. Understand them as conscious healers, energy guides, friends. I love color. You can probably tell. I rarely wear red, but it's Pele Volcano Day, so here I am, and I even have my Hawaiian. I got this in Hawaii. No no lie, a long time ago, little Hawaiian beach dress that I have. And so when you're drawn to a particular color, or a particular color right now, like these yellows, and these bright yellows are at the very center of the lava. And they get so bright yellow that they're almost clear and they're almost gold. And when you stare into it, it starts to take on this frequency and vibration, and maybe you'll perceive it right in your living room as the heat. But you're going to begin to merge with what is the energy. Okay, everything is energy, everything is vibrating or moving at a different rate or a state. It's just a fact, it's scientifically proven, just get over, don't argue with it, okay? So this piece of citrine is vibrating very slow compared to wind, which we're having a lot of right now, or even you, right? You grow, you change, you move, you're in movement. However, your frequency can be changed dramatically based on the state of your mind, your emotions, your body, and everything you believe, the dis-ease or imbalance in any part of your being, your entire light body, your many, many, many dimensions of energy, okay? And just accepting who you are, which is get the scale of vibrational consciousness so you can really understand the state of acceptance. It's where you get your power back. You no longer feel like you have to force things to happen. Well, right now things are falling apart. Things are breaking down. Things from how we go to school or we work, how we can travel, where we can go. There's limits, there's conflict, there's people right, going further and further and further apart in their vibrational state. So if you get the scale, it's also free in the shop, you'll start to see these people who are blaming everyone else and who are full of fear and who are trying to control any kind of institution. And they've been controlling the planet for a long, long time, right? Whether it's a government, whether it's a school system, whether it's a family tradition or a religion, perception of a gender. You know, women are very aware that for a long time we've wanted to be treated equally, and we wanted to believe that we're good enough, and we don't really want to live inside of the paradigms that were normal, and we've seen those break down. So things have to break down. Things have to disassemble. Things have to melt like a caterpillar melts into pure goo and doesn't add anything, it doesn't take anything away. They don't open up the cocoon and blend it up with new stuff. It's the same being. It's the same manifestation of divine thought that is that caterpillar, right? And then it suddenly begins to reorganize the energies that it was made out of. And before it was a caterpillar who was an expert at doing certain things, and now it is turning into a butterfly, which we all know is not only beautiful and is the symbol of metamorphosis and being your beauty and spreading your wings, but they can fly 3,000, they might live like less than a year, I think, and they travel like from Canada to Mexico and back again. And here I live on the Gulf, and we face north, and in the spring there's this amazing time when all these butterflies are migrating, and we're just swimming in the ocean, and all of a sudden all these butterflies are just coming from the ocean, from, you know, we can't see land, it's a hell of a long way, and so they come over and we're like the welcoming committee, welcome, and then they play in all the bushes and the flowers that are on the beach, and it's stunning to see. So all forms of new life come from a form of destruction. So the idea of a volcano, and the reason I think it's relevant to look at it, to watch it, you start to go into the energy of it. It is what? It's earth and it's water, because it's moving liquid earth. It's fire because sometimes it spews fire. Sometimes it's on fire underwater. That's always amazing to me. And sometimes and then you watch it as it cools very, very quickly from this gold ray creation energy in the center of it, just pure heat. What is that? Pure potential. What is happening with volcanic activity? Well, Gaia is a planet. She is a being. The planet Earth is her body. So the crystals and the oils and the dirt and the rivers and whatever is in it is just like our body. It's different cells. It's a liver. It's a circulatory system. And she's going through massive changes, breakdowns. We see the changes in temperature. We see the changes in the sea level. We see, that we know that these things are happening. We're having very unusual things happen right now because we're accelerating. So the beautiful thing is that we are accelerating through our own breakdown. And how wonderful is it that it's not going to take lifetimes or decades or even years or even months? What if you broke down the idea of who you were and your judgment of yourself? If you look at the scale, blame is the second lowest state. It's the emotional state of guilt. So you're carrying guilt of not being good enough or whatever it is, right, that you were told or you came in with, and everybody has it. So it's not like, oh no, I don't have that. Just accept it. Because when you accept, your emotional body forgives, your mind goes into harmony, you transcend automatically out of the difficult energies, the solutions, the infinite potential, and the love for yourself, the compassion that comes in is all a part of the state of acceptance. So the way that the way that Pele, the volcano goddess, the essence of this eruptions and fire and earth and air, because sometimes gases come out, right? Sometimes clouds come out. So this is Gaia, this is the earth, this living being taking different parts of her. And when a volcano explodes, it didn't just decide. It's been brewing and stirring and creating and building this energy. It's been building up pressure. It's been building up gases, then ideas, and all of these things. And it's sort of like fertility. So Pele is a Hawaiian goddess, and goddesses and gods and a lot of these things that we talk about. This is Thoth and this is Buddha. Of course, he was a guy, but embodiment. These are people who, like Buddha, reached a state of enlightenment. All it means is that he did this. He accepted that the beliefs he had about himself, that what he saw in the world, that the sorrow, the pain, whatever, and this is true for like all the good mentors and teachers and examples for us, whatever you resonate with, Mary or Gaia is a really popular one, right? This is Thoth. It's an Egyptian god of wisdom and knowledge and science and writing and alchemy and magic, and has come as Hermes and many different ones. And so what these are is embodiments of energy that hold particular states. They hold particular affinities. So you go and you drink chamomile tea to calm down because the chamomile flower holds the frequencies of calm, right? Of healing, of soothing. It embodies it, and its body, its flower and its plant and its roots and its seed is designed exactly what it needs to fulfill its mission, to be what it is meant to be. And then it shines into the world a particular frequency of healing, a particular gift that you can go to if you want that particular thing. So we're surrounded by everything, you and the color and the lava and every part of Gaia and every part of you is in a massive breakdown and transformation right now. And what's happening is that we aren't separate from the earth. Our bodies are literally made from the earth. And so therefore we are evolving, we are erupting, we are brewing inside. Maybe you're aware that something wants to come out, something different wants to happen, that you're just so tired of being the being that you've been limited, feeling not good enough, dragging around fear, being overwhelmed. I mean, I've gone through so many breakdowns in my 30-some years on my path to discover who I am and discover energy and discover other ways of being, and studying with shamans all over the world and creating all these programs and all this stuff, because that's my purpose. My purpose is to get on my spiritual path and go for it for as fast as I can in the optimal way that I can. And to do that means that I'm living my purpose, I'm accepting my design, I'm allowing the fully funded mission, the reason I'm here, that my soul designed me to be the perfect one for this mission. So you can't not be on your purpose. And when painful things happen and things break down, look at nature. The leaves come and they die and they fall off and they compost and they turn back into earth and they feed the tree and they go back and around running around. It's true for all of us. It's the hero's journey. It's whatever. So what is breaking down in your life right now? Maybe you're resisting it. Maybe you're holding it within. Maybe the pressure is building up. Maybe you're really not paying attention and you're not quite sure. Or maybe you're in that in-between phase where a lot of people are right now, where they're just like, I don't even know what to think. I don't think I want what I used to want. I don't think that I am in the life, right? In the relationships aren't harmonious to who I am now or who I feel like I'm becoming. Maybe your job, the way you make money, the kind of money you make. Maybe you want to make more money. Maybe you want to feel less fear around money. Maybe you want to be more creative. Maybe you want to accept your psychic and intuitive gifts and incorporate them more in your life, but people in your life don't like it. Everybody came in with a lot of stuff that limits you and holds you back and prevents you from seeing or letting go of the old things that are outdated. It's like an outdated program in your computer. It can't function. It can't get on the internet. It can't see the high resolution photos and videos because the equipment is old. So we are this breakdown. Our bodies, our minds, our souls, our emotional field, it's full of crap, and our brains that are full of all of these old beliefs and addiction to all this crap that's out there that people are just spewing. The information is overwhelming now. You have to be a curator. You have to be a very, very dedicated curator of the energy that you are allowing into your body, into your mind, into your consciousness, into your emotional field, whether it's people you're living with, news or Facebook or whatever you're watching. Try separating yourself from it and going within, because if you don't listen to the volcano next to your house, you might end up with the lava coming through your living room. Now, we've all had eruptions and breakdowns, and I would say that in the last 2.5 years, my life has just gone through massive destruction. Okay, my partner had a seizure. He died. He came back. He couldn't function. He was like a newborn. And 2.5 years later now, he keeps getting better every day. But he's not normal, quote unquote, to who he was. And yet, processing the grief and the incredible breakdown of your life and everything you thought you were, and even the ability to function, and then me letting go of me, myself, my business, everything, to be there, to save him, to keep him here, to heal him, and to figure out, well, both of us went through a health breakdown, and then I died, and then this happened, and that happened, and I've been through near-death and death experiences. I've been through these going from never believing I was going to manifest anything again. I've owned a lot of houses in the past, but I had a divorce and a this and a that and all these things. So I've made lots of money, and then I've lost it all in a divorce or in a bankruptcy. And I've built $1 million companies, and then they've crashed because the economy crashed, like in the end of the 80s, and nobody paid you. And each one of these was what? It was a cycle of destruction and creation and destruction and creation. Now, we get too attached to the idea, but I don't want it to hurt, but I don't want to be disappointed, or I don't want to try and then realize that it's not going to work or I can't keep it. I'm going to tell you a spiritual secret that may make no sense to you right now, but if you're listening to me, this is a seed that your soul is calling to be planted. This is a truth that's written in very ancient scriptures that are guides to remembering who we truly are. We aren't what everybody wants us to be. We don't have to have a big office. We don't have to have a lot of money. We don't have to be approved of by our parents. We don't have to have certain groups of people like us. We must break down in this metamorphosis and melt into that fiery cauldron and womb within us. We need to melt down the old ideas of who we are. We need to melt down our attachment to people, places, to things in the past, to things in the future. We need to be free. We have to unhook all of these attachments. I can see them in your energy field, and when I do soul readings and other work with people, we see them, they talk to us, we see where they started, we see what life they came from. Yes, your other lives, some people call them past lives, they are connected to you. You have certain ones that are very powerful. You have similar fears, similar blocks. You also have powers and talents and wisdoms you could share. So we're melting down the idea that we're limited. We're melting down the world of control. We're melting down the idea that women or people of color or certain countries or whatever is not as good as other people. And we're definitely breaking down the paradigm that we've all grown up in that is very deeply embedded. Even people who are awakening very actively still have a lot of attachments to certain core beliefs and what they mean. Your power is in melting down what anyone else told you, letting it go, and then in that melted lava, that exact belief, that fear you used to carry, that I had horrible, horrible self-esteem. And for most of my life, I would achieve really great things, but I was just constantly in fear that I wasn't good enough, and I put on a lot of weight, and all these different things came true. I still did amazing things and experienced amazing things and accomplished amazing things. And yet I did it dragging all that extra weight physically, mentally, and emotionally of beliefs that I had about myself that weren't true. They were based on what somebody else decided that was true and I decided to take on, or what I brought with me. Believe me, you're here with a mission and a purpose, and part of that is that you are designed, you have within you, if you break free from all these limits and all of these bonds and all these shackles, and energetically these things show up as blocks and pressure and burned books in people's heart chakras. And I see, I used to see a lot of shackles, like old dungeon type shackles on people's ankles, and now I see things like under the feet, or blocking the feet chakra, not allowing you to release and let go the old stuff. So you might be working on yourself and having magnificent spiritual experiences and really understanding who you are. And the more you do that, the more you discover more things that you're carrying still. So the volume of my "you're not good enough" and every other thing that used to just be consuming my energy and therefore deciding my frequency, which was low on the scale, right? I was dragging around shame and guilt and I'm not good enough and victimhood and all that kind of energy. And so I was carrying it with me everywhere I go. Those are heavy, low energies, and they're force energies. Everything you do requires a lot of force. Then we get exhausted, right? And this is this hamster wheel of chasing constantly. And most people are carrying unfulfilled desires at a lower level. There's this craving and disappointment that you can't let go of, like an addiction of, well, that's not fair, or why didn't I get this, or I made all the money I wanted and then I lost it, and that has happened to me so many friggin' times. So what would be the better way to live my life? To just let go of what's leaving my life and recognize that there's a deeper wisdom within me that is saying it's time to let this go. Okay, this is going to melt, and you just go, whoa, okay, thank you for taking me on this journey, and I'm going to stay as calm and present and centered as possible, and I'm going to pay attention. Let it melt. You have this brewing in your belly, and you are designed for this creation. You are designed to remember. You are a manifester, to access your intuitive self, to balance your energies so we're not all in force and pain and hooked into all these crazy beliefs. When you free yourself from all that stuff out there, some of it's fun, like watch the shows you like, listen to the music you like, but let the rest of it go. Don't give your power to everyone else, because there's no truth out there. There is no one thing that is telling the truth, because there's no such thing as the truth. Everybody has a perspective. And I'm not even trying to say, oh, people are manipulating. And of course people are manipulating. That's just the planet's been doing that, right? However, I'm talking about it's just true. Every single person has their own unique perspective, and it's based on their fears, their limits, their beliefs, their desires, their cravings, and that makes up their frequency on the scale. And I can bet to you can feel when you meet somebody who's way down on the scale. And if you're practicing and cleansing and raising your frequency to these higher states of acceptance and willingness and trust, and then of course beyond it, joy, bliss, abundance, and peace. But even these states of courage and willingness and trust and inspiration are powerful places to be. So it's that time. And I think what better time than to take this, we're entering November and we're entering eclipses and we're right now a few days from Halloween and Samhain and Day of the Dead and all these different celebrations around the world. Well, why did every culture at this moment in time have a similar tradition? Because it's what we call the veil is thin. What does that mean? Well, we're energy and we're part of a multi-dimensional light body that creates this physical body and helps us to channel who we are at a soul level and universal energy to embody and make our body move and what we think and so on. And so your ability to tune into those energies and out past those realms and to nature spirits and to angels and to the earth and to elementals like water or earth or Pele, the concept of Pele, the volcano goddess. That's the feminine aspect of manifesting. That's the feminine aspect of breakdown and destruction. So, you know, she has to take raw materials and burn things and bring them and blend them and brew them. What are you brewing within? And when you spill it out, are you doing it because you're letting yourself explode and you're okay with that explosion, or are you going to go into guilt and shame that you had that explosion? Are you ready to just open a door and melt and let, I don't know if you watch the La Palma volcano, first it was spurting and then it was coming down in certain ways and going into the sea and building islands and all kinds of cool stuff. And then at one point the opening at the top of the crater, just a big part of it fell off, and the shape, the form, like the caterpillar breaking down so that it can reform into the butterfly of the actual volcano, the physical outside manifestation of the volcano, began to collapse within itself. And then it started to consume itself. All right, so think of this energetically. This is what's happening in Gaia. This is what's happening within you. You could start to look for it. You could start to accept it mentally, emotionally, physically. What is breaking down? What is needed for me to let go? Just let go and let it melt, let it reform, and let it spill out from you and lay a new pathway for you to walk on, for you to create literally your own new reality, your own new earth. I mean, look at the meaning of this, creating literal earth. And volcanic rock is the richest soil on the planet. It is filled with nutrients to support new life. And so this is what you are too. You are breaking down to who you were, how you thought, what meaning you gave things, who you were attached to, what soul contracts that you had, what fears you brought, fear of speaking up, fear of being good enough, fear of asking for money, fear of managing money well, fear of finding your loved one, giving over your power to people so that they like you, people pleasing. I did this for a long time. I'm a super expert. I finally let myself graduate from that school though. So I have my certificate of massively effective people pleaser and putting everybody else's wants and needs first and putting myself into adrenal fatigue because I was exhausted running around trying to figure out what everybody wanted, be everything for everybody and so on, and always worried that it wasn't good enough. Well, imagine the amount of energy that you release, like the volcano, when you just decide to stop playing that game and you melt all of those attachments and lovingly release the people, the places, the things that happened. They're there, but you don't need them in your constant inner light body, your energy field. And then the peace, the silence within, and that ability to let it melt and then begin to look at it. You are the creator, looking at that lava within you. What is it? What is it I can see and request? So if you get the manifesting intuitive manifesting course, it's step by step of how to manifest. And we start with what's in the way and what are these beliefs, what needs to break down. And then they turn into jewels. And then we move into connecting with what you want and to your resources, and you create your own manifesting chamber. And it's just like this letting what was the way you had it. Now, I know it's hard sometimes to think about, well, I love this person and they're not going to like what I'm going to become, or I think I need to leave them, or I think I need to change our relationship, or I need a break from this relationship, or whatever. This happens. This is part of the breakdown. You want to be as loving to yourself and everyone involved in whatever is going and changing in your life, and you want to release yourself from it either way. So you must be free to live your fully funded mission. You must be free in order to be empowered at the level that you require to live your mission. And I need you to live your mission. Okay? All right, let's say hi to everybody, and then we'll go into Pele and who is Pele and have a beautiful guided journey with her. And Catherine and Debbie, hi from Vancouver, and Ebony, hello, Genevieve. I missed you so much, honey, last week. Oh my gosh. Who was it you said for the chanting? Oh, Deva Premal. I'll put it here. You could just go right there onto the web. And I was very blessed to meet her virtually and interview her partner, Miten. They've been a musical partnership for a very long time. She has the most divine voice and everything that she does. You'll find YouTube videos and all kinds of stuff, and I have almost all of her albums, I believe, on my phone. So, hi Pamela, aloha, I love it. So we've got someone here from Hawaii, woo, where Pele dances to remind us that Mama Earth is in charge. It's right that you know what? Mama Earth says, okay, I'm changing, this is moving, let's go with it, let's accept it. She's allowing that womb to happen. And I've talked to people who live near volcanoes, and they have a very unique perspective. It's profound, right? They say they could feel that essence of Pele, the power, the heat. They watch Earth literally moving and changing. I was in an earthquake, a really big one in LA, and I was in the fashion design industry, and we had mirrors on the wall from top to bottom and a concrete floor. And the concrete floor was moving like liquid waves, and the mirror was doing the same thing. It was moving like liquid. And when you see that, when you see what you perceive as solid turn into liquid, like seeing lava and everything, it changes your belief in the silliness that we were taught, that things are things and they can't change and you have to touch them to be real and all that stuff. So thank you so much. I hope I'm not continuing to cut out. I know what happened. I'm not jacked in. Let me ask my partner to come help me, see if he can get my message. Me into router. I keep cutting out. Okay, let's see if he'll come and help. So, hello, Ocean Goddess. Happy to be here, ready to play with Volcano and Fire. Hi, Susan from New Hampshire. Oh, wonderful. You got some pictures of the monarch butterflies as they were crossing the water to head to Mexico. Oh my gosh, that's something I have to do. I have to go there and see them. We don't get a lot of the monarchs over here. We get like white and blue and yellow, lots of yellow and different kinds of yellow. Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm glad I'm not cutting out. Okay, good. So, oh, I miss you, sweetie. Hi, Gaze from Uganda. How you doing? Wonderful. Okay, so we've kind of like dove into what's going on right now and how we can harness what's happening within Gaia. And with these, there's I've got some slides. I don't remember exactly, but there's a lot of active volcanoes right now, and it's one of those things that's so profound. Like I said, watch the videos, especially the ones that just show the lava flow up close, and get absorbed with the energy and take it into your body and give yourself permission to melt, to let go, to break down. And yes, you might not know exactly what you're going to break down into, but That's part of the process. So destruction isn't bad. It's required for breakdown, like trees. And, I used to have a compost pile where we put all our veggie peelings and whatever the goats didn't eat. When I was in New Mexico, I had lots of animals. We would put into the compost pile. And it didn't do well in New Mexico because it's too dry. But ideally, it begins to break down, right? It breaks down its form and its shape. It's just slower than the caterpillar. And recently, I've been learning a lot more about the snake. So the serpent, the snake, specifically this one particular rattlesnake, the Mayans built their culture on. They knew sacred geometry. They have a Pythagorean measurement and square that was on everything they did. And this is how they were able to learn science and chronology, how they were able to have a calendar that was more sophisticated than anyone in the whole world. They were the earliest civilization they've discovered now, predating the Egyptian, and much more sophisticated. And everything was based on them observing this incredible pattern in this one particular snake that is only here. So it was one of these things where everything came together in a perfect way, and they were able to see inside of the energies and let things unfold from within. So that energy of a snake is, we know that they shed their skin, and rattlesnakes in particular grow a new rattle every time they shed their skin. Now, typically it's 1 year, but sometimes they see young ones in the first year do this maybe many times. Like little kids grow very fast, right, compared to older children. So that means that they get this rattle, and it's sort of like building their crown chakra. And they felt that when you have a rebirth, when you shed the old and you emerge, you have a new level to your crown. You have a new level of sacred, spiritual, vibrational connection. And this was put all over everything, and it was used in that idea of you must be growing the new within, and then when the time is right, take that off. Well, I read this description of someone watching one of these snakes rip its skin off. Okay, and it's pretty trippy. So it charged this bush that was very pokey and thorny and stabbed itself right in its third eye, and then moved so that it ripped the skin open. And then it came and it did the same thing, like here on its body and maybe one other place. And then it moved along a rough surface or between rocks or different things and allowed it to come out. And they said that it looks like it's dying. It just kind of goes in when it's molting. So it's doing that same thing as a cocoon. You can't see what's happening inside the cocoon when you see it just sitting on the tree. You're like, nothing's happening with that. It's not changing. It's all happening within. That's the same thing as a volcano. That's the same thing that's happening within us. And then the descriptions are like, it's like a rebirth. It's a literal rebirth. It's like rising from the ashes. It's like the phoenix. And that's another beautiful analogy of the volcano energy, right? And it emerges shiny and new. It's already designed its new skin, its new body. It's already grown within it this new rattle, this new higher consciousness, this new level of vibrational connection. And it embodies the entire sacred geometry of time and truth and creation in its body. And so they really took that in spiritually and in art and in their idea of healing. And we can learn from this. We're too attached to what we were and what we had and who, what, where, and why. And we need to have that courage to charge into what's happening and rip open that old skin, or to fight out of that cocoon. A butterfly does not live unless it fights out of the cocoon on its own. If you help it, it dies. So it's that strength, it's that inspiration, it's that inner willingness to say, yes, I'm ready for something new. I'm no longer hanging on, I'm no longer staying small, I'm no longer staying inside this tiny little cocoon that doesn't fit me anymore, or inside this skin. I'm ready to rip it off and shed it, because within I have been growing, I have been changing, I've built my new skin, I've built my new rattle, I've built my lava, it's ready to come out and create new earth. I'm ready to spread my wings, I'm ready to go out into the world world in a whole new way, see things from a whole new perspective. A caterpillar cannot imagine what a butterfly's life is like. It flies across oceans. The caterpillar barely moves one tree, you know? And so the perspective that you're doing is the same thing. Okay, so let me share my screen. And okay, good. So hopefully, I'll ask, how's my screen? And hopefully you can see this. There we go. And so today we're going to take a little journey with this. And everything we just talked about came pouring through me because I've spent the morning. I have a Pele and other goddesses journeys and messages. And so I've put them on sale in the shop.nanakasha.com. And you can just buy the Pele journey. It's a message, it's a journey, and it's an entrance, a meditation in the goddess sanctuary, a very sacred space. And today we're going to go in and see about our new earth that we're creating, those volcanic eruptions within. So welcome, Akasha here, Nanakasha. And this is my life, is energy and what's going on in the moment, and being present and being detached from any of these controlling low energies of force, and living and accepting each moment as it unfolds. I do declare what I want, and I do allow it to manifest, but I never force it. So you know that you can't stop lava. You can't say, well, just go around my house. I'm going to put a little fence up and wait. No, you can't be stopped. And this is what's happening within you. It can't be stopped. So let go of who you thought you were, what you thought was happening. So I do want to invite you. You could go over to the shop, or you can go to nanakasha.com/goddess, and you can read about the Goddess Sanctuary. It's 7 sacred feminine goddesses that we go on. We get messages from. We have a journey with, and we create sacred sanctuary. And it nourishes and heals and awakens and empowers and enlightens you and your purpose. And each one has a different energy, a different frequency, like we talked about. So one of them is Pele, and this is who we're going to do a little journey with today. And if you like, you can go over and just get the journey and the message with Pele. And I re-listened to it today. It was quite powerful. You also get Gaia. So the same thing, you get these powerful meditative guided journeys into communicating with Gaia, going into her, creating with her. White Buffalo Calf Woman, who's embodies peace and the Rainbow Tribe, and Ishel, who's a Mayan goddess of the moon and fertility and manifestation and women. And you see that she's got the serpent on her head, showing that she is awakened, and she is here to pour this rainbow awakening energy on you. Really beautiful, one of my favorites. And we also have a journey and a message with Brigid, who is a Celtic fire triple goddess, and also brought through new earth and flowers and ancient wisdoms and some really powerful stuff. And finally we have, oh no, we have a couple more. We have Sekhmet, an Egyptian goddess, lion-headed goddess, who is really about enlightenment. That disc on her head is a sun disc. It's an enlightenment, and around it is the Uraeus, which is the awakened serpent energy. So showing that she too was leading from these higher awakened frequencies, and these are what you are being invited to access. Now, we also go into Bast, who's a cat woman goddess from Egypt, who is her other aspect, who is a profound healer. So this was one of the most powerful ones. Wow. And then of course Lakshmi, who is the beautiful Hindu goddess of wealth, riches, prosperity, material and spiritual, and manifestation. So you can get all of them. There's a few you can get separately: Lakshmi, Sekhmet, and Pele, and Pele is on sale right now. So let's go ahead and go into our energy of this moment. So when you are relaxing into this moment, begin to tune into Gaia, into the earth, and take a deep breath in and say to yourself, I am here, fully present, a clear and open channel to my highest good and that which is optimal for me at this time. And release the breath in any way that feels good to you. Blow it out hard, slowly release it like a hiss, like a steam. Now put your focus on your feet and send your foot chakra down into your earth star and into Gaia. Take a deep breath in through your nose, bring in the air element and say thank you to the elementals and to Gaia. I call on Pele and the energies of Volcano and new manifestations to cleanse, clear, and heal me. And now let that breath go and feel it washing down over your aura, your mind, your body, your cells, your thoughts, your emotions, washing down and out your feet chakra, through your Earth Star, which gathers whatever you want to keep as jewels and powers, and the rest pours down into Gaia. Now focus on your heart. Breathe directly into your heart and feel as if you are fanning the flames in the deep part of your heart, the part that breathes and beats with your true purpose, passion, and power. And blow the breath out. Send that fire and flame of your spirit out through your energy field, through your body, your aura, your emotions, your mind. Pulse, expand. Pulse, expand. Pulse, expand. And now relax deeper and deeper as if you are melting into the fire, the lava, the earth, water, air. You feel it all mixing together. You sink deeper and deeper into your womb. And you flow from your womb through your root, through your feet, and down into Gaia. I call on the Sacred Mother, the mother of my body, my traveling companion in transformation and metamorphosis, Gaia, Earth. And I call on the aspect of Gaia, Pele, this never not pregnant, manifesting energy, always stirring, ready and willing to be fully present in the transformation, to be whatever is needed in each moment to create the new earth. Feel yourself melting deeper and deeper. You're feeling this energy, and you say within, I'm ready and willing to accept this powerful volcanic activity. 27 active erupting volcanoes, 26 with unrest, stirring, ready, and 15 with minor activity all around the planet. All phases of creation, from pure potential to seeding, to growing, to sprouting, to birthing, to bursting forth. I have this unrest, and my new creations are brewing within me. Be consumed by this energy and feel Pele and Gaia, these divine, sacred, feminine energies of pure creation. They ask you, are you ready to create a new life? Are you ready to accept that your new reality is within you? That the new earth will spill from you and you will walk the path that you create? Acknowledge this, and they will help you release the old and let it melt to form the new. You may feel the steam, the rumbling, the smoke may be coming from you. You may be allowing yourself to release, to acknowledge, to uncover, to unlock, to bring up to the surface all the things that have been hidden and hiding within you, all you have limited and held down, all you've been burdened and attached to. It begins to stir. The smoke, the air, the gases move. You know. Pele. She too was misunderstood and misinterpreted, yet nothing can stop her. And she says, I am the creator and the destroyer. I am here to create new life. I know my purpose. Do you know yours? Are you willing to devour your old reality, to let it stir within the depths of your soul, and to believe and trust that you have within you the seed? Are you ready to make up your mind? Accept your truth, your path? I am here to give you the strength to be the manifester. I have lasted through centuries. I've created and erupted. I've slept and stirred. And I spread my energy through the planet into you, into all forms, all life. Allow me to flow through you. Melt, beautiful one. Receive this love. Know I am here. I split open the earth and I rain fire. I combine everything of the old. I allow it to go. And I gift you with this primordial force, this divine feminine flow of infinite potential. Accept, allow, receive, melt. What is ready to melt, to lose its form and its shape? What are you willing to release? Say, yes, I am ready and willing to release all that no longer serves me, and let it melt within this hot, fiery, beautiful cauldron of a new earth, this womb of time and wisdom, to blend with that which is me, that is old, that is outdated, that is no longer serving my truth, my power. I'm ready to melt who I was, what I believed. I release it now. I release it. I let go. The sparks begin to fly. There are spewing power energies within you. You feel the breathing, living, never sleeping energy of this creator goddess, the alchemy within you. Allow the breakdown, the destruction, the melting. Relax into it. Be the womb of alchemy. Know you have everything you need. Trust, and allow Pele and Gaia and fire and earth and water and air. Allow your truth and your blueprint. Allow your power and your sacred secrets. Allow your blueprint of your truth. Allow your intuitive flow and powers. Let everything you thought you were go. Become the flow. Now allow the passion deep within you. Allow the parts of you you've never listened to or allowed to speak. Allow your highest self, your deepest truth, and infinite force, power, and energy from the field of all potential to blend within you the old melting liquid earth. Release your form and your shape and melt out. Feel yourself spreading, you blending in perfect proportion to this new earth. Let go of control, let go of directing. Be the flow. Be the very core of your truth. Shine your infinite light. Create your infinite life. And now the passionate essence of your purpose appears and moves you forward as if you are being drawn into the lava flow. You go out. You are simply the flow. You feel the movement, the melting, the acceleration of the heat, the pure divine energy. You feel the breath of life. You move into the flow and into your reality. You become the path of your purpose, paving your next minutes, days, and hours. You feel the nourishment and richness within you. You feel your freedom to flow, to melt, to form, to take shape, and then to break down, and to flow, and to expand, and to spread, and encounter, and consume. And you relax. You rise from the lava, from the pure potential of your soul. You feel your body taking shape, taking form, a new form, a new feeling, a new vision. Stand, reach, expand, breathe. Your new body is forming from this lava of your divine soul, from all of your powers, pains, and strengths now channeled, transformed, recreated. Keep expanding. See and feel yourself living your truth, your eye within your heart, open, breathing, trusting, flowing. You feel the freedom. Pele on your left and Gaia on your right, your truth and your divine passion, your heart, your essence in front of you. You are part of the sacred shape, the sacred square, the sacred balance and beauty. Fully breathe in and embody your new self. Feel your connection to Pele and Gaia. And relax. As you slowly come into this moment, see and feel who you've become, what you've released. Feel around you this new earth, all of you. Take your time, repeat this, tune into the earth, keep becoming and melting. Let go of anything and everything in your life that is ready to change shape, form, and be the manifester of your life by staying in the center, by accepting the transformation and being the one that embodies what you want. Relationships that were prickly or unfriendly or full of awkwardness or blame can melt into harmony. They can melt into compassion. You are the creator of your reality. I hope you'll go to getnanakasha.com/goddess or shop.nanakasha.com, our beautiful message journey and goddess sanctuary with Pele, or with the entire goddess sanctuary, all 7 goddesses. They're both on sale right now. Enjoy them. And also consider the intuitive manifesting process. It's still on sale, or we're going to have a live meeting again in a few weeks. So please take in this moment of your new manifestations. Relook at who you are, what you think of yourself. Help to anchor this creation. This is a Nan Akasha from nanakasha.com, and thank you for joining me and Pele on this beautiful journey. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed that, and eternally, invincibly, intuitively liberated on all organic energy levels infinitely, Ziabel said. Woo! Wonderful. That's fantastic. I love it. Thank you so much. Intergalactic. Yay. Oh, my goodness. I love it. Mesmerizes. She's powerful, and she's the only thing that has ever mesmerized me for hours is Madame Pele. I know Tutu Pele and these other words people have had for her. I hope you enjoyed this energy. I hope you keep tuning in, and I hope you realize that you truly are the creator of your reality. It isn't just a concept. And so the more that you use these tools that I'm giving you, and the more that you go within and you listen and you let go, we have to be in that fluid breakdown. Look at your life. I can tell you that your life had ups and downs, and it's not because you're bad or you don't deserve or any of those other limiting beliefs. It's because you're going through a metamorphosis over and over to reach this moment, and now you're going through an accelerated one, and we all must allow this breakdown to go and to embrace who we're becoming and be conscious creators to step into it every day. Thanks, everybody. Namaste. I hope that you enjoy and share this. I hope that you'll repeat it, and I hope that you'll get Pele or the Goddess Sanctuary or join us. And I hope that you have a beautiful and blessed day. We give great thanks to Pele, to the volcano energy, to all the elementals coming to dance together, to this sacred dance of destruction and creativity, to accept that we are part of this, and to Gaia, and to her primordial wisdom and love and nourishing. And we ask to bring these energies with us into our day. With all of our thoughts and our decisions, we ask to remember that we're in this flow, and the old is going. What is a new way of being in each situation? As you look, as you touch, as you breathe, as you walk, every step, see this new pathway. Allow us to keep this connection, even though this circle is open yet unbroken. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for being on this journey with me. Have a beautiful day, beloveds. Bye-bye.